Are you ready for some vengeance? Welcome back, guys. The Raw Geek here. Yes, I had to bring you some news about this movie called Oldboy, because there's going to be a new theatrical release of a restored version of it for its 20th anniversary, and that makes me feel quite old because I remember this movie very well. I've seen it a good few times. It is a masterpiece. It's amazing. Now, you may or may not have seen it. You probably have, or at least seen scenes from it. Quite a few of the scenes, well, one in particular, like the corridor scene, has been kind of done again multiple times as an homage, or, you know, just as inspiration for that type of scene. I mean, I would suggest that in the early, or was it I think the first season of Daredevil on Netflix, you know, the quite gritty show for a Marvel show, there was the corridor scene where he's beating up loads and loads of guys, and I would say that is from this. That is influenced by Oldboy, because there's a very particular scene where he's armed only with his fists and a hammer against a lot of like gang members, and it's quite a brutal scene. You know, the special effects are lacking a little bit on it, but they may well be, you know, made better with this restoration. But the scene is amazing. You know, honestly, you have to watch it to understand what I'm saying, but you can kind of understand where this guy's coming from after what's happened to him, is, you know, but you'd need to watch it. Now, Oldboy is part of Park Chan-wook's Vengeance trilogy. It's not a trilogy in the sense of, you know, it's like a narrative trilogy. It's a thematic trilogy. And I'm not sure if he set out to make the trilogy. I think it's been coined that afterwards, if that makes sense. But essentially, there's 3 movies that all have, you know, a massive emphasis on sort of vengeance and, you know, violence and salvation and being born again, or, you know, getting retribution. It's that kind of thing. And the first one was Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, and then it was Oldboy, and then the later one was Lady Vengeance. And I used to have the trilogy pack, which is pretty cool because it came with like the blueprint of the gun, and the special box it came with, and the hammer, and yeah, but you wouldn't understand what I'm saying unless you watch those 3 movies. But anyway, Oldboy is going to be restored, so let's read about it real quick. So it says here on this website, trailer for the 20th anniversary restoration of Park Chan-wook's Oldboy. His brutal thriller Oldboy turns 20 years old this year, and in celebration, the film is getting a new restoration. The restoration is coming from Neon, and it will be getting the theatrical release later this year. A trailer and poster have been released for the movie, which you can check out below. This will mark the first time Park's film will play on the big screen since its initial release on November 21st, 2003. I remember the first time I watched this movie, so do I. And I was completely blown away by it, so was I. The way the story played out was just so incredibly shocking. Yes, there are a couple of twists. I'm not going to say what they are if you've not seen the movie or you've somehow forgotten, although one of the twists in particular, I don't see how anyone could forget. It's pretty out there. And yeah, it says here, it tells the story of a man who mysteriously imprisoned 15 years in a small room without any explanation. After he's been released, he embarks on a mission to uncover the reasons for his captivity and to seek revenge on those who are responsible. So that's pretty cool. It says Park Chan-wook uses a unique visual style that awesomely blends elements of neo-noir, horror and thriller genres, creating a cinematic experience that is both haunting and exhilarating. The story is complex and intricately woven, with multiple twists and turns that keep the audience engaged and guessing until the very end. It'll be cool to watch this movie on the big screen again. Yeah, it will. So I would say if you've not seen it yet, wait for it to come out in the theatres. I would say go see the restored version. That sounds really cool to me. If you are unfortunate enough to have seen the American remake with Josh Brolin as the main character and Elizabeth Olsen, so Thanos and Scarlet Witch, you know, I'm sorry about that. Especially if you've not seen this one first before that. I did check it out just out of morbid curiosity to see how good or bad the remake was. In general, the American remakes of Asian cinema are not good, but sometimes they are very good, or potentially even better. You know, for example, Seven Samurai is an amazing movie, but The Magnificent Seven is too. and also, you know, inspirations for characters or genres or movies. You know, so Yojimbo is brilliant, but also so is the Dollars trilogy with The Man with No Name. It's based on Yojimbo. That's brilliant too. But in general, they usually flop or just aren't as good. But people often don't know about the original Asian release to even understand that it's not as good. It does grate me a little bit. But anyway, but yeah, the American remake is not as good at all. It's okay if you've not seen this one, but I would say steer clear from it, at least until you've watched this one. And why not watch the restored version? But let's check out the trailer quick, in case you have no idea what sort of thing to expect. And yeah, we'll see what it's looking like. So this is Oldboy, official trailer. From Leon, restored. Oh. Absolutely. That's the scene. And he does mess him up. It is. Yeah, it's bringing back a lot of memories. It's a ride of a movie. It really is. And that's the poster for this new release. He's back, and there's his hammer, especially the claw part of it that he uses. So yeah, what'd you make of that? I actually think I might go to the cinema to watch this again, at least if it's coming out, you know, video on demand or DVD or whatever, and it's a restored version. I'd like to see. I've got a feeling they might have tried to tidy up some of the CGI in the corridor scene. I mean, it's not bad. It's just that, and this might be a bit of a spoiler, so put your fingers in your ears for like 20 seconds. It's the knife in his back, which doesn't always look that great, and it doesn't seem that believable sometimes because it looks like he should have like walked into the wall with it, and it's obviously CGI that the knife's still in his back. Take your fingers, there it is. But it doesn't spoil it at all. That's if you're really sort of looking for it. The scene is amazing. Honestly, it's an amazing scene. It's an amazing establishing shot of it, and the angle of it, of that corridor, and it's so confined to give you the sense that you're confined to, and it seems like there's no way out because there's people on both sides, and yet this guy who's been driven to madness, really, being enslaved, or well, not enslaved, but imprisoned for so long, and he doesn't even know why. He's fuming. He's fuming. And so those people who are just gang members working for some gang, you know, some organised crime syndicate or whatever, and you know, they don't even know who this guy is really much. They don't really care that much, but all they know is they've got to stop him because he's come to, you know, do some damage. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care about them. They're nothing to him. They're just in the way of finding out the truth, and so he just goes through them. This is a great movie, and I just wanted to bring that to you because I haven't done a video for a little while, so I thought, I saw this, I thought, that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at this. And for anyone who doesn't know about it, now you do, and I'd recommend you watch it. It's great. So yeah, what do you think? Have you seen the movie? Did you like it? If so, let me know. If you haven't seen it yet, are you going to go and watch it now when it comes out for this one? Let me know. That about it for this one. So guys, if you like that, please click like, make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next video. And until then, remember, if you seek revenge, you best dig 2 graves. Okay, bye. Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome! But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.